Hi, this is Phillip Brooks, recording for NOS 130 Section 40. Today we'll be talking about the command prompt, how to manipulate files and directories, how to copy, rename, move, delete, and also look into Xcopy. So the first step is to open up the command prompt. To get to the command prompt, you click the Start menu, go to the Search Program and File search bar, type in CMD, and that brings up the program. If I click on this now, I will go in as the current user, which will be users slash admin. If I need to access it as an administrator, I would right click and run as administrator, and it would change the command prompt directory to C slash Windows slash System32. I don't need those options now, so I'm going to go in as a standard user. And as you see there we go. So now that we've opened the command prompt and we're logged in as users slash admin, that's our current directory. Now we're going to work on copying a file. So over here on my desktop to the left, you can see that I've created a text file called myfile1, and I've also created a folder that's MySpace files. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to copy now. So now that I'm in the users slash admin directory, but that's not the directory where that file is located. If I try to copy that file right now, what's going to happen is copy myfile1.txt. You have to use your extensions, and what I want it to be called it copied myfile1.txt. You can say cannot find it because that file is not located in the admin directory. It's located actually in the on the desktop, and that is that means I have to change to that directory. The way to change directories is you type cd space and then type the directory you're trying to change to. The directory I'm trying to change to is users admin desktop. Now you see my prompt is now changed to that directory. Now if I do copy myfile1.txt, now you would type in the name of the file that you want it to become. I'm going to do capitalize to make it apparent. Do myfile1.txt. And you see one file has been copied. As you can see here, another copy has been added to this directory. The directory is the desktop. So you can see another one popped up. Okay. So now I want to rename that file. Rename. I want to rename the copied myfile1.txt. Okay. And what I want to call it is rename myfile1.txt. And as you can see, it's changed from copied to rename. Now I want to move it from this directory, which is the desktop, the users admin desktop. I want to move this file into this folder or a new directory called my files. So now I will try to move this folder into, I want to move this folder, the renamed my file, into this subfolder. You have to use quotation marks because my files is there's a space between my and files, otherwise it won't recognize it. So I have to specify where I want it to move to exactly. Admin desktop my files, and then close it. And as you can see, it moved it from the desktop, and now it's in this folder. I'm going to open that up so we can see, and you can see over here on the right that file has now been moved over here. Okay, and it can still be changed and manipulated. The difference is now, for me to manipulate this file, the rename myfile1, I have to change my directories. So to manipulate those files, the rename myfile1, to change directory, I would do cd quotation marks because the destination folder directory is spaced, / users admin desktop, my files. Now my directory has changed, and now I can access the renamed file. I can no longer access the my file one that is on the desktop, but I can access the rename my file. So now that I'm in this directory, now let's say I want to make a copy of the rename. So I would do copy, rename my file one dot text, and I want to call it copied my file one text. As you see over on the right, I have created a copy of this file with that new name. Okay, so let's say I want to start deleting these things because I don't want these copies. While in the directory where the files are located, I type del for delete, copied my file one txt, and it has removed that one. Now I want to remove the other one as well. Rename my file one txt, and now that file is gone. The last thing I want to show you is how to use the Xcopy feature. Xcopy is similar to the copy feature, except the Xcopy has the capability to move files, directories, or whole drives from one location to another, whereas copy is used for files. So I have emptied my MyFiles directory. I'm going to go ahead and move our MyFile1 again like we did before. So I'm going to type move myfile1.txt, and where I want it to go, because it has space, I have to use the quotation marks again. Users, admin, desktop, my files. Okay. And you see I have moved that file from the desktop into the folder. Okay, you can see over here on the right. So now I'm going to use Xcopy, and what Xcopy is going to do, the function I'm going to use is going to copy everything in that directory, the directory called My Files. It's going to move it, copy it into my current directory, which is desktop. Okay, so to do that, you type in Xcopy, the directory you want to copy. So again, quotation marks, C:/ space users, admin, desktop, my files. Okay. Then we're going to do \E, which will include all folders, directories, and subdirectories in the directory we specify, even if they're empty. We don't have any subdirectories, but if they did, they would all go with this. If I hit enter, you'll see that it has copied the MyFile1 and added it to this directory, and then you can see how the file popped up. And now Xcopy here is just using it. All it did was move a file, so copy would have been just as useful a tool. But if this folder had subdirectories, folders, multiple files, it would have been much easier to use Xcopy, because it could have got them all in one rather than having to copy individually.